Welcome to my channel, Berserker Gang 2019. Today is a beautiful day. We've been working in the garden at the Viking camp all day. Decided to take a look to see if our last two bee colonies have survived. This one had some nice weight to it, and this one weighed about half of this one. So we're gonna have to look into the inside of these today to make sure they're not dead. If there's actually bee colonies still left, because they can starve within a day. This is the one I'm worried about. All right, that's a good sign. We have some bees. We're gonna set these bees over here. We're gonna take the bees basically and transfer them into a clean box and make sure they have plenty of food. I have a whole another box full of food over there for them. We're gonna start them off in this year with the best possible start that I can give these bees. We're gonna check for the queen as well.
Hello.
We have some fresh brood there. We're gonna go ahead and use this frame. Since it's a little bit cold out, we don't wanna leave these bees exposed too long. I saw what I wanted to see. So now we're just gonna make sure all the bees are outside of the lid. So we slide the lid over, put the lid on. You may have noticed this big shiny thing right here in the Viking camp. It looks kind of, it's not very Viking age for sure, but I have my entire beekeeping supply. It's like my beekeeping workshop inside this container. I instantly have anything I require for servicing the bees, so it's a big plus for the beekeeping station here. Just a quick note, what I did, what I found. So next week I come in here. Königin plus Brut und 1 Kilo Futter, dann haben wir 3 Kilo. We're just gonna slide it up under there. So that was a small colony. I'm really excited about this one because this one was much heavier than this one. So you always want to let the bees know you're going in the beehive by giving them a little bit of smoke before you open up the lid. That gives them a couple seconds to react before you rip the lid open and stress them out. I can already hear them. Yeah, this colony is much bigger than the other one, I can already see. Double the size, easy. All the action seems to be going on here, so the queen's probably in one of these 4 frames. This is real exciting. I've been waiting for this all weekend. Vanessa and I have been so excited the whole day for the bees, and we had to wait till the sun was up. Look how calm these bees are. What we're also looking for is to see if there are any crippled bees in here with crippled wing disease caused by the Varroa mite. One of the main problems beekeepers face is that Varroa mite. It destroys the bee populations, and it's very difficult to treat because you have to treat it with some very costly chemicals. I was expecting 2 empty boxes, honestly. I was very worried because I had 15 colonies going into the winter, and because of our really terrible weather last year, all of my queens didn't get to go on mating flight, and over half my colonies didn't have good queens. And then we had terrible weather, and the bees had nothing to eat at all. So that was a big problem. This will be a good colony to make bee splits from in the summer. But I do see the queen. I'm really happy to see a colony this strong. Very happy. I'm going to put the bees back in here. A little bit of mold, like I said, isn't too bad. If it's not in the actual honeycomb. They've started to build here, you can tell that. That's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna give them this back so that they can reuse this. Drone frame is an empty bee frame. They fill position 2 or 8 in the box. Somehow we don't know how that happens, but they fill it out with male bees, the drones. And the drones are actually the main carrier of the Varroa mite, because the mite likes to really get on the drone brood because they're much bigger. So when the drone frame is full, we usually remove it from the colony, reduce the level of stress through the Varroa mite. We take 70% of the Varroa mite away from the colony by removing the drone frame. Now there's plenty of the bees, it won't hurt the bees at all because they distribute male bee cells throughout the colony around certain areas as well, but they concentrate on 2 and 8 and fill the frames out completely. So that's how we reduce the stress here on is the dog out of the car? How do you do that? We had the dog out of the car somehow. He jumped out the window. Okay, so like I was saying, to reduce the load and the stress on the bee colony by the Varroa mite, we remove these drone frames so that we can give them a little bit of extra help by taking out the most of the varroa mite through extracting the drone frame. That's a practice here we do in Europe. It's very effective. It removes about 70% of the varroa mite from the colony and allows the colony to develop a little bit better without all those nasty mites. So there's all these bees here, so we're real easy. Like that. Making sure I don't squeeze any bees. Making sure. All right, that's all. I'm gonna write a quick note on my card. They're a little bit confused now, but they're gonna try to find their queen here in a little bit. And they're gonna find their home real quick. Put the lid on. There's no bees under there. Okay, thanks for tuning in. That will be all. No pun intended. Stay safe and see you soon.